Hey guys, Brian from the Vid-Bits here, aka Pops from Pops Plays, or as you can see, Johnny Monad 777, ripping up the boards and trying my best to, get Johnny up here representing in another front from the Vid-Bits before the leaderboards reset. So it's pretty cool that I could potentially get him up there before reset happens, but if it doesn't happen, it's fine. It's just a fun little game I'm doing on the side as I'm preparing for the leaderboards to be reset, because obviously I don't think anybody's going to catch us. They only have 9 days and they have to now spend half of it playing active, like the entire time. They'd have to spend half of it playing, and I'd have to stop, which I have stopped. Except for I did one game yesterday. I'll do one game today, just to keep the streak going, where I played every day since it launched to where I got access to it. But Johnny's just ripping up the leaderboards here, representing 24-1, and the 1 is because I was playing the Johnny Monad account and the Vid-Bits account at the same time. On 4th of July, which was hilarious. Just had a very successful Zelda session. I mean, the front part of it wasn't very successful, but what was achieved in the session was pretty monumental for us. Other people. Sorry that there was audio issues on the Energizer Hour yesterday. That was not meant to be. I was here by myself in the studio. I didn't have any quality control. I just went with it. I was in a stacked day of making content. Luckily, by the time I figured it out, it was good. But I ain't super stressed. I visually showed off the leaderboard for quite some time, so that's good. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, guys. If you tuned in, you saw it right away. Hooray, Johnny. Woo! Good job. Johnny Monad 777 takes the gold. Now we only have 687 points to reach platinum, and so we're going to go ahead and get all the way up to the outside of the platinum tier, which is what we've been doing, so might as well keep up with it. 774th place. Then Vid-Bits though. They're at the top, the local United States Eastern Division, and they're the champs, which is us. Humble brag as we now push an alt account into the top 1,000. Globally, we're in the almost in the top 1,000, but in the United States, we're 774th. Gold, moving on up. You like that? Just messing with you. Well, that's pretty sweet. All that lining up like that. Like a diamond. Well, now they'll go for that fruit target. They are deadlocked to do it. So if you ever want to chomp a bot, all you have to do is wait for a fruit target to appear and line yourself up with them going for it, because they definitely will. They love them some. Don't do it. Oh, there it is again. Oh, I tried to cut him off by going through a ghost that I could not chomp. They will also prioritize any prize. They don't care. Or power up, I mean. So yeah, we know they'll prioritize the prize, but they'll also prioritize the power-ups. Can I get there? Can I get there? Can I get there? I did! That's what happens when you use Sparkster, guys. Make sure you're grinding the rails there, because that's the difference between getting there before the opponent and not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. Am I facing somebody? I'm not. I wonder if they sent through a patch that made it so the bots last longer, because usually if you leave them to their own devices, they'll have made themselves unalived by now. There it is. Right as I called it. Right as I called it. Go, Johnny, go, go, go! Johnny be good. welcome, welcome. Appreciate you guys. Been hanging out, watching me rank up Johnny Monad, 777 up the ranks of the leaderboards here in Pacman Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs, since I've already pretty much made it impossible for anybody to catch me, as the Vid-Bits is the #1 global leader of this game. We are about, looks like 153,000 experience points ahead of the next highest person, which roughly is about 4.5 days of continuous play. They'd have to stop. They'd have to keep playing continuously, not stop for 4.5 days, and get first place victories in every single match for them to tie me right now. So we have 9 days left for them to do that. If not, you are looking at the winner of Season 1 of Pacman Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs, and I'm so excited for that. I'm calling it prematurely because I just don't see anybody being able to catch us. I'm very thankful for everybody that supported us in our Vid-Bits arcade, everybody in the Vid-Bits memberships, everybody that's hanging out with us in chats. Please know that all of it's been appreciated. This is just a victory lap right now, as I also theme out the show that I'm going to MC that's going to tout the leaderboards going into Season 2 and forward. So thank you so much for the support there. If you don't know, my name is Brian from Vid-Bits. I'm part of an amazing father-son YouTube duo that just does amazing things here in the gaming community, such as archive stuff, obviously do well competitively in speed runs and score attacks and stuff like that. Also, we play, the games that you guys like to see, like Elden Ring and, popular games like that. We really love being able to be here for you guys as a source of content on YouTube where, you can come and hang out, and we're accessible. We're not gatekeepers when it comes to tech and stuff like that. We really try our best to be accessible as far as like what we do. What we do is, we have an active Discord, which I'm sorry I don't have the information for you in front of me right now. That you can follow through. Somebody hopefully will jump in chat and be able to lead you there. But if not, you can get up with me, and I can eventually get up with Bray. He's just not on site right now. But we do all of this together. You may see more of one thing than another on any specific day based on the needs of what the task of the game is. Or in this case, it was just a gigantic feat for me to be the #1 player in the world in this game, and then also try to keep that, maintain that. There was a lot of drama that had to do with the leaderboards being reset for certain people and stuff like that. So, out of the 2 months of the game, since the game started on the first season, I really had to fight hard to get that actively and campaign for that to actively get reinstated, so I could, be able to continue to tout that we were the #1 in the world. Because if you're facing people on a competitive leaderboard to be ranked, you definitely need the integrity of said leaderboard to be intact in order for it to really be something that you should work for or care about. So if you do care about Pacman competitive and stuff like that, know that, so do I, and I have a bunch of other people that were really happy that I was finally able to get through the right channels with the people that helped make the game, Amber Play with Fire, and they they helped us out getting that reset after some time, and was able to actually on Father's Day get our record reinstated and stuff. So all the hard work that we put in was able to be shown, instead of the person that was bumped into first place being able to claim that they were first place, just because if I would have gave up, technically they were showing as first place regardless of the fact that we had over 100,000 experience points banked on them that nobody could see. So I digress. But everybody that's been along with us along the way, just thank you so much. We're so thankful to have had you on any step of this journey, and going forward into Season 2 of Pacman Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs as long as it lasts. Just know that the Vid-Bits are committed to doing the most we can for the community in a way that's reasonable for us, as far as like trying to not, divide too much attention of other things that we need to be doing. But I just love this game and the community that has come out to talk to me about it and stuff like that. So thank you so much. Nine days, guys. 9 days. Dark Shadow and Try Again have been competing against each other actively. It's almost as if the rest of the people I see on the top have kind of frozen because they just realize where it's at. Then there's people in the lower tiers. Some people haven't moved, so they're never, they're just going to stay at the top of their tiers, and that is for them. That's fine. There's some people that are new, and there's some people I've just seen in specific areas forever. So, we'll go ahead and track for the next week and a little bit week and some change and see, but there's some people that I think that just like the fact that they got to the top of a specific leaderboard and then got to stay there. So, even though our thing was just to be the top of the Chomp Champs Leaderboard in general, there's other people that, have fought to keep their name or, worked hard mathematically and were lucky enough to get their name to stay on the very top of a leaderboard and not have to get for the very top of the tippy top of the mountain. So to all those people, kudos and everything, and they've been able to rest on those laurels as the game resets. But I think as we continue to get some momentum about the fact that this was season 1 of a game, and there'll be another season, and I will technically be a winner, and you could technically be the winner of season 2, if you work for it. Then those other leaderboards will be filled up with people that are playing actively. So even if the number is dramatically less, which I expect it to be, until they do like another free weekend on Xbox, or I get more options to get more ability to sell this game to other people and get them onto it. But I've been doing grassroots, talking about it for such a long time, especially saying, yeah, I'm the Pacman champ of the world, and that's a good entry point because I'm a very good people person, and I wouldn't be selling this to somebody as in a way like as in a show. I really technically, as much as it seems like I'm doing this as a job, and I have really for the last couple months, but I enjoy Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man, so to me personally, I wouldn't be trying to shill it on somebody if they didn't like Pac-Man. That's fine. The whole point is to get them to be able to dress up as their favorite type of character, and to play against other people, and the elimination mode is very fun, and you'll be seeing a lot more of that when I can get to it in a reasonable time. Like during Energizer Hour, it makes sense for me to do some elimination games right now, so I've been doing a couple elimination games, and then a ranked game to get it in there, to keep it in there, and then just touting the leaderboards. But yesterday the audio was out, so it just looked like I did elimination game, scroll through the leaderboards for 20 so minutes, ranked game, scroll through the leaderboards for 20 or so minutes, an elimination game. It just it's funny. I'll take it. I don't take it as an L. Everything is a learning experience for me personally, so but we got the rights to use the press assets for the Bandai Namco of America. We talked to Hero, and we are, hopefully on our way to at least finding out more about the creators program that we did know, so we can see what we can do to get in there with all the effort that we've put. If anything else, it's definitely cool to be able to log into the press page and use official assets and not have to worry about being chalked for them, and hopefully we'll get more access to that. We did start playing Sandland last night, which I'm definitely adoring so far, so now we're in the top 1,000 in the world as Johnny Monad 777, and we have crested the 700 best. We're 700, so we're 685. Yeah, guys, join the club of Pac-Man. Just past Blueby, Crazy Dave X, Spicy Killer 212, in Yarl X, trademarked. to pass Rookie Crow, Greg the Heroic, and B Norris 317. Yep, that's me losing my mind. It's lost. Doody doo 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 doo. Sure doesn't like to go back and forth on a dime like I need it to. Like, you know, like the whole going one direction and rapidly switching to the other one as fast as humanly possible. Some of that's not working in my favor. Good thing I didn't do this defaultly. I mean, I think that it's probably performs pretty well on Xbox. We just passed Silent K with a 33 and 7 and an 1824. We passed Slowing Dog with a 30 and 0 and an 1826. Corpse Nation with a 27 and 0 and an 1826. Hurricane with a 30 and 1 and an 1831. Day Tripper, TX Day Tripper with a 33 and 4 and an 1845. Hank Yuba with a 29 and 0 and an 1846. Mr. Neil Esquire with a 31 and 0 and an 1854, and Baluz with a 27 and 0 and an 1861. Next up, we have to go against Toka dos Hos TTB. I'm sorry, I probably butchered that, with a 29 and 0 and an 1865. Kangaroo 95 with a 29 and 3 and an 1869, and Chi Chi with a 25 and 0 and an 1870, and Pacman himself with a 43 and 11 and an 1874. YouTuber Sammy So High with a 49, 8 and 9 is also some of the people that we're about to leapfrog here after this next game. Give you guys some credit before you're never seen again. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Because you are not at the top of the pack. You have to be at the top of one of the top 20 of the leaderboards for us to tout you, other than on the rise up. It's on a show that we're going to call the Pacman, or the Chomp Champs Energizer Hour, and it's basically just an hour recap of all the divisions' top 20s, and in our case, the local United States Eastern Division and the global divisions and the top 20s of all the tiers. We're doing that, and we're starting it in the format now. It will be what format carries forward when the game resets the season in 9 days, so that way we can tout everybody on the way up, and it'll already be in place as to how it works, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. But Johnny Monaz is cruising up the ranks because the Vid-Bits are highly vested up there with the #1 global spot. Is your reigning undisputed, defending Chomp Champion. We have the Eastern and also the United States Championships, the Global Championship. We have the most currency in the game. So, all those titles combined, the Infinity Gauntlet, we call it the Pac-Maniac Championship. So, we have all the 5 of those championships, and we wear them proudly. I wish they were real. I wish they were tangible. I hope that they can be someday, because we are the Chomp Champ. When you see Pacman Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs, you're talking about the Vid-Bits. We are the Chomp Champ. We are representing as Pacman. Also, and as Johnny Monad 777, he also just represents regular Pacman. It's our trademark because I know that this game is all about individualism and making yourself look cool with all your duds and stuff and spicing your duds up. But, we like to just represent as regular Pacman just so that he seems to stand out because it is his game. It's Pacman Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs, and he doesn't want to be hiding underneath anything. Now, with Johnny Monad, though, eventually I might dull him up as something, but, probably not. Just because I just like seeing the regular Pacman. If there is a specific thing given to me, hey, congratulations on the Zelda run. Thank you so much, Space. That's not even the best yet. There was a little bit mistakes there, but I appreciate it. I have a run in the can where I had a really stupendous time. I got in the room with Zelda, and I hit one of the flames on the side and died, dude. And Braden's trying to convince me to post it. It may not be what that time was best-wise, but the run itself was spectacular and had a lot of thrills and chills. But thank you so much, though. I really appreciate that. I've been working hard to get that time down, so... Alright, let's see where we're at here now. Alright, now at the bottom we have Lettuce with a 28-4 and a 1911. Then we have Italian Fam 10 with a 30-1 and a 1917. Followed by Pachala with a 29-0 and a 1921. Firefield 1987 with a 32-1 and a 1925. And we have Negative O 2318 with a 25-0 and a 1929. Mr. Flan 14 with an 83-0 and a 1931. And CT Low Key with a 29-1 and a 1931. Thank you for playing as we've passed you now, as the Vid-Bits, and also now Johnny Monad 777. Up now in our path is Marcos Romo with a 31-2 and a 1938. LC90 Bag Yota with a 29-0 and a 1939. BX Pathfinder with a 23-0 and a 1952. Big Boy Dat Great with a 32-0 and a 1953. And J Perry 2 with a 27-0 and a 1955. Trey with a 31 and a 1956 is also in our path. And after this match, we will not be seeing you again. Space, I'm so excited for Season 2, baby! Going for dos titles. Dos. You know this. You know this, man. So good luck in Season 2. Of course. Space is a very great competitor. As far as I'm concerned, I believe they have the highest round pineapple I've seen. I think it was like 55. It's got a clip on his page, so I highly suggest you subscribe to Space so you can check that out. It's amazing just to see that somebody, and he's done it on the Switch, folks, so everybody that's given the shit about the Switch being the shits, this man has the record for the number, as far as I've seen, I don't know if anybody else has put it up, but Pineapple 55, which me personally, me and him got to my highest pineapple round, and it was definitely not bad. I think we got into the high 30s, or I got, on my side was the high 30s, but I was also not doing it in the same maze either, so kudos to them. getting super excited thinking about it. I'm gonna take that lofty foot. This Maze has jumped. Double ghost repel action going on there. The old wombo combo. It's when you get the repel and the attract at the same time going on. It makes the ghost go crazy. I don't know if anybody, I mean, I'm not saying that people aren't repping on Steam. It's interesting, I'll say that. And there's another dub. Another dub! Alright, let's check it out and see where we're at, folks. 9 days, again, 9 days till the leaderboard resets. It's going to be a lot easier to find us after that match, as we're going to be closer to the top. There we go. And we just passed Max 12 with a 30-0 and a 1980, Citizen 69-105 with a 30-2 and a 1989, Stark 01 with a 29-1 and a 1992, and the Dragon with a 47-2 and a 1999. Looks like they just suffered a loss. Frosted Berry HM with a 31-2 and a 2002 rating, and we have the Governor 1990 with a 32-1 and a 2007. Davey with a 33-0 and a 2007 as well, and Killer Mark with a 39-1 and a 2008. Those are the people we just passed on our way up to the top of going to the top of this next leaderboard of the gold tier. We are now going to be going up against Apex Dragonoid with a 27-0 and a 2027, Nim Bumpy with a 28-0 and a 2041. Wally Wappingers with a 37-0 and a 2042, JT the Goat with a 27-2 and a 2042, Doubles Dungeon with a 32-0 and a 2045, Hugo with a 30-1 and a 2048, and Wendigo with a 30-1 and a 2053 are the next people for us to get up to the top and towards the top of the gold tier local United States Eastern leaderboard. As good as the Zelda runs are getting, they're gonna get better. As soon as I analyze this last one, I just have to analyze this last one, make less mistakes, and my goal of beating Super Mario Bros. 1 and The Legend of Zelda in an hour will come true, which is insane. Because there's times that on a busy Friday night in the 80s or the 90s, you might wait an hour to get your pizza that you ordered. And to think that I could sit down and beat The Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Bros. Feasibly in an hour, it just blows my mind. It does. It's close. It's so close. I have to consistently get a 52-minute time to be able to do it, because then it's going to be like literally, it's either going to be beat Super Mario Brothers and then know that that's the easier time limit, or could you imagine beating The Legend of Zelda and then screwing up the Mario Brothers run at the end? Like, that's going to be that's going to be my stressor, is like, what do I do first? And then eventually when I do it, I'll obviously do it the opposite way. I'll do whatever I didn't do the first, and those will be my personal speed runs, is to see how fast I can do those two together. So then I might do some crazy ones where I beat The Legend of Zelda and Marble Madness, you know. That's also a one shot. You have one shot. So like I can't wait to do some really unique ones that'll be just an hour thing, and I'm not sure, like I'll stream some of them live. I'm sure eventually when Bray is going live and I'm bored and I can't go live, I'll take it for long form, but they're coming. The crazy Mario and Zelda and Marble Madness and Zelda runs are coming. He's gonna go up, aren't they? Alright, 162 points to reach platinum. Play again. Alright, we just passed Doubles Dungeon with a 32-0, and with a we do see some of these people again with a 20-45, Hugo with a 30-1 and a 20-48, and Wedding Go with a 30-1 and a 20-53. They just lost their last match. Looks like also we passed Kyan or KY1AN with a 37-2 and a 20-54. Plebuse, I don't know, NY with a 32-0 and a 20-61. Wayne E Triple D with the Wayne 3 Triple D with a 32-0 and a 20-70. Jen and Juice with a Jen and Juice 2017 with a 37-1 and a 20-80, and Doomsday 34 MLW. Those were mouthfuls, and so I really tripped on a lot of them. But those are the people we just passed. It doesn't matter who we're about to come up against, obviously, because the timing, but the match jumped in pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and beat this game and, you know, check it out again, see where we're at. 2 more dubs and we'll be right at the end of this session of, you know, seeing what Johnny Monad 777's up to. Now guys, you may notice as we're getting closer to the Nintendo World Championships 2024, I have focused a lot on Mario 1, 2, and 3 and Zelda. Those games I'm going to go super hard on. I also put up a 500,000 point balloon fight score last night in an episode of Sleeplessness. I highly suggest you check that out. That was a 1 coin, I think it was 1 coin drop too, I'm pretty sure. Freaking 500,000 point game. I bet you if I worked at it, I bet you I could flip that game, which would be one of the first, I don't know, it might be the first NES game I'll ever have rolled if I can, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so that's, you know, out of the 13 games, you know, also Excite Bike I don't really see to be too big of something I'm going to have to practice on. I'm going to be probably mid to okay at that. Ice Climber, that's all Bray. You know, he's also going to work on Metroid and Kirby's Adventure, so he's got some of the heavy hitters on the other side lined up. So obviously the next thing I'll be dialing into is Kid Icarus will be the main thing. I'm also excellent at Donkey Kong, so I don't have to worry about that. And Lost Levels, me and Bray will both take our shots at. I'll jump on the Nintendo Switch Online and mess with some of that. but I'm not really going to dial too heavy into lost levels. And then obviously the one that's the hardest one, I think, is Zelda 2. So Zelda 2 I might just play for a couple days and beat it, get it beat on here. But other than that, I don't know, I'm not gonna fight somebody hard for it. I'd rather have Mario 1, 2, 3, Zelda, you know, I'd rather have the heavy hitters. So you can bet your bottom dollar that we're all gonna be competing for a while on these, so you know, I'm gonna be okay to let other people have their time in the sun with some of the ones that I can't put as much focus on. Like again, like Zelda 2 is crazy difficult. Kid Icarus is crazy difficult. Now, the micromanagement of whatever the task is, probably not so much. Like, you know, when they say here's the micro game, and it's just very small. Oh, there's a real person, eh? Hello, Kyoto. So yeah, you know, I might be able to figure that out based on when they show what the part is. Like, you know, I can learn like whatever on the fly, and there's some of these ones that I'm not going to train at that I could be good at. But you know, also we're talking about when it comes down to it, guys. Some of these things are going to be down to going to be down to a fraction of a hundredths of a second. So, you know, that's why I'm just trying to get the muscle memory up, so when the stuff comes up, especially the Zelda stuff, I can just sit here and just for hours. Just you guys have already got to see it, so you're already used to seeing what I'm doing, and you know, I can just sit here and go for it. Why'd I do that? I just gave it to him, didn't I? I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind to lose this to this man. I prefer not to, but I'm not super prepped for it either. He doesn't know timing very well. That's not what I wanted to do there, but at least it'll help as far as like this goes. Oh no! Alright, let's see what happens here. Jeez. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Nope. That's unfortunate for you, buddy. That's such a lead. They need that. They need it. All right. Woo. Good game. Good game, guy. Ah, that ruins my thing. Getting a dub against a person ruins me being able to. Let's see how if I'm outside of it or not. If I'm on it or not. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it and leave the queue. All right. I will take that. All right. So 9 days left. On the local United States Eastern leaderboard, there we are, guys. There we are. 2, 4, 6. I'm the one that gets pushed out usually. So, right there, though. Right there, guys. I only push it out like that. So, I mean, I could technically make it top 8 if I wanted to. 7 just sounds cool. But yeah, we just passed up Retro P1 up with a 35 and 4 and a 21.42. Slick Rick 314 with a 36 and 1 and a 21.50. Soul Bro Ryu with a 36 and 0 and a 21.58. Frontman Matt with a 43 and 10 and a 21.59. Shin Darkchild with a 34 and 1 and a 21.71. Bunny Cat 23 with a 39 and 1 and a 21.73. Reaper of Love 23 with a 33 and 1 and a 21.76. B Sand 12 with a 49 and 1 and a 21.81. so there we go. We're only behind D Money with a 43-0 and a 21.87. Alex Q with a 31-1 and a 21.92. DSTYM with a 44-1 and a 21.94. Waddy Rec with a 30-0 and a 22.22. And Juggalo Devo with a 36-1 and a 22.27. Rives Got Skill with a 35-1 and a 22.32. And the person that we're going to leapfrog and go into the platinum tier on the next session with Johnny Monad 777 will be It's Da Monkey 420 with 36-0 and a 22.41. So with that being said, there's our position there against you know, right there at the end of the gold tier going into platinum. And as far as global goes, I wonder if it's close. Let's check and see if it's close. Yeah, pretty close. The only other people in there, I think, is JRG and KUKURUCHO. They're different. Yeah. But with that being said, it's been Brian from the Vid-Bits, aka Pops from Pops Plays, or now you know for sure, I'm Johnny Monad 777, bringing you some Pacman Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs, and trying to see if we can get onto this leaderboard right here before 9 days. I want to see us right here. The local United States Eastern leaderboard is definitely the goal. The stretch goal, obviously, is the global. But we'd have to beat Kofi again. You know? Is it possible? If I get close, I'll definitely go hard for it. Because I think it'd be amazing to be on the top and the bottom of the splash screen as the Vid-Bits, obviously. Reigning, defending, undisputed Chomp Champ. And then also get our guy up here. Johnny Monad 777. Again, it's been Brian from the Vid-Bits. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. Thanks, Space. Thanks for hanging out, man. I'm gonna have another one of these up today. Because obviously it's not taking me too long to rank up there, but I gotta get up there.